Well, at 26 years old, Chapel Hill resident Lara Casey was living in Chapel Hill with her parents, unemployed, in debt, and divorced. But she had an instinct that better days were ahead.
Lara launched the highly successful Southern Weddings magazine, and now she's sharing her story of how she built a purposeful life in her book, Make It Happen. Surrender your fear, take the leap, live on purpose. Lara joins us now. So nice to have you here.
I'm grateful to be here. Thank you.
So what gave you the courage to start this magazine when things weren't going right?
It was during the height of the Iraq War, and my husband was actually deployed to Iraq at the time. And it was a time when there was so much heaviness in the world, and the names of the fallen soldiers were flashing across the bottom of the screen. And I just felt this deep need to create beauty and hope in this world that felt so hopeless. So I have no experience in publishing or journalism. I have a very practical degree in music theater. So it really just came out of that deep desire and that passion.
And now you're sharing what you learned in the book. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, and the book really was born out of my story of making something out of what felt like nothing, and really kind of paving my own path. And more than that, as my story progressed, really learning throughout my journey that the goal of life is not a job title. The goal of life is not to rise to a standard of elusive perfection, and I see so many women chasing that, especially in the creative world that I work in. So my goal with this book, and the reason I wrote it, is to help women crush the chains of chasing perfect.
Yeah, and I watched your video called Chasing Perfect, and I loved it. And I immediately thought of all these people I want to send it to after we're done. How has that changed your life?
Night and day life. It really has. I used to chase success in business and just more. And while those things are fine, there's nothing wrong with the bank account, nothing wrong with a great job title, those things really became my idols in life, and they drove my life into the ground. I almost lost my marriage, almost lost my business at the expense of chasing something I would never catch.
And now you share this message in a national conference, is that right?
I do, yes. I've been running the Making Things Happen conference for the last 7 years, encouraging women to make what matters happen. Instead of chasing those big dreams, which again are fine to chase, chasing what matters, and that's family, loving people, living on purpose every day instead of by accident.
Wow.
So great to hear this reinforced message from you. Thank you so much, and best to you.
Oh, thank you.